Greetings, discreet defenders. Today we need to talk about the nightmare scenario. I was getting set to do a shoot, and I noticed something strange about my new gun. When I would pop the cylinder open, it was only coming out halfway. I wondered if there was a buildup, of residue in the yoke, or the screw that holds it on there in that little joint right there. But of course, there wasn't. What was happening was it was shaving off a little bit of polymer here from the frame, from this part. And it was getting trapped between the yoke and the frame, and stopping it from rotating into the fully open position. And I was like, well, that's not normal. Hold on. So I went and found the proper driver head for the yoke screw. I was a little bit confused about what was going on there. Kind of backed it out. Noticed that this part of the gun was loose from this part of the gun. So I wound up ultimately just taking, I'm going to call it the yoke screw because I didn't bother to look up what it's actually called, but I wound up taking the yoke screw all the way out, took the yoke out of the gun, took the cylinder out, and then ever so gingerly backed this out so I could see what had broken off and how it had come, how the steel frame had come loose from the polymer. And I noticed something odd. It's not immediately apparent how these two pieces are pinned together. I thought I would have to remove this pin here. But no. There appeared to be nothing broken at all. And I couldn't understand that, so I worked it all the way off so that I could visually inspect this entire surface. And at no point did I discern what was broken that would allow the two pieces of the frame to just come loose from each other. And it slowly dawned on me, the LCR was only held together by the yoke screw. A single point. That this part of the gun is supposed to just sit there with 45,000 PSI chamber pressures and not ever, vibrate apart. Well, mine definitely did vibrate apart. Maybe I shouldn't have shot the gold dots through it. But it's a 327. It's supposed to hold up to those kind of stresses. Mine did not. So that's obviously going to have to go back to Ruger. But it kind of brought up an interesting question. Is the 38 Special built the same way? So I got out the 38 Special and immediately noticed this. There is a pin right up here, kind of through the sights area, that is holding, in addition to the yoke screw, so you have at least 2 points at which the two pieces of the frame, the metal and the polymer, are held together. Like, I don't even know what to say. Is the 38 Special built better than the 327 Federal? Or I'm so troubled and confused, I can't even begin to figure this out. But it's definitely going back to Ruger. Ruger's got to pin this. Ruger's got to figure out a way to pin this gun together so that it doesn't work its way loose the next time I'm shooting full house 327 Federals out of it. This is baffling and infuriating, and this gun costs $600. I'm very, very nonplussed at this moment, but we'll see how Ruger treats me. And I will definitely report back to you on the Ruger customer service department and what they wind up doing for the LCR and 327 Federal. All right. Thanks, folks. This has been Dave with DDR.